Sponsored by Renaissance Bank.
Today, you're connected more than ever. Your friends, your family, your life. Having a partner that understands banking is what you do on your time, anywhere you like. It's about being connected. Renaissance Bank, understanding you.
Good morning, Northeast Mississippi. This is Newsbreak for Friday, December 9th. I'm Brad Locke. Thanks for joining us. You can catch Newsbreak every weekday at 7 a.m. You can watch it at djournal.com, on Facebook, YouTube, or the Daily Journal mobile apps for Apple and Android devices. Going to have quick updates here for you now on news, sports, and weather. And let's start with the Weather Underground forecast. We have a cold weekend in store today. Clear skies, high of 41, low of 24, 0% chance of rain. The 3-day outlook, Saturday, clear skies, high of 47, low of 31, 0% chance of rain. Sunday, partly cloudy skies with a high of 54 and a low of just 51, 10% chance of rain. Monday, rain is possible, high of 59, low of 46. The chance of rain is 60%. Let's take a look now at some of the top stories from your Daily Journal and djournal.com on this Friday. The budget proposal approved Thursday by the Legislative Budget Committee calls for $195.3 million less than the current year. That's a 3% decrease. House Speaker Philip Gunn and Lieutenant Governor Tate Reeves, who are part of the 14-member committee, stressed that additional revenue might be found by the time the legislature okays a final budget plan in March. Still, the document approved during Thursday's hearing highlights the difficult financial situations facing lawmakers when they convene the 2017 session in January. Reeves said the proposal is conservative while prioritizing funding for highway patrol officers, public schools, and foster care. Due in part to sluggish revenue collections, most agencies are cut in the proposal. The Budget Committee does provide an additional $20.4 million to fund the first year of a program that funds pay raises for staff of top-performing and improving schools. The Legislative Budget Committee's recommendation is normally viewed as a baseline used by legislators when they begin the process of funding state agencies in January. Governor Phil Bryant released his budget proposal last month. Baldwin School District residents will vote on a $2 million bond issue next month. It would fund the construction of a vocational and technical education center at the high school. The vote will be held on January 5th, and it must receive support of 60% of voters to pass. And if that happens, taxes will increase by $2.50 per month for a property value of $100,000. The new center would include 2 shops, 4 classrooms, 4 offices, restrooms, and a conference room. To go along with the proposed building, the district has developed career and technical curricula with the help of local industry leaders and the Mississippi Department of Education. Baldwin Superintendent Jason McKay said classes offered in the new vocational building would align with North Mississippi job markets, particularly in the furniture and automotive industries. Night classes for adults may also eventually be offered at the Votech building. Several area industries have partnered with the school district by contributing their expertise and equipment as plans have been developed. Tupelo Mayor Jason Shelton spent all of last week in Israel as part of an economic development trip, and he'll be headed to Cuba early next year. The Israel jaunt was hosted by the Mississippi Development Authority, and Shelton called the trip intense. The purpose was to build business relationships that can strengthen Mississippi's economy. Now, the Cuba trip has the same mission with the intent of taking advantage of a potential new market for Mississippi-made goods now that President Barack Obama has normalized relations between the U.S. and Cuba. Shelton's Israel trip was paid for by the MDA, but the Cuba trip will cost Tupelo taxpayers some money. The Tupelo City Council has approved a request for Shelton and Council President Lynn Bryan to go to Cuba at a cost of $3,000 apiece. The trip is scheduled for February 20th through the 24th. And in sports, Ole Miss football coach Hugh Freeze now has 2 coordinators to replace. Freeze announced coaching staff changes Thursday. Gone are co-offensive coordinator and quarterbacks coach Dan Werner and administrative assistant Barney Farrar. Freeze expressed gratitude for Werner's 5 seasons in Oxford, but said he felt the program needed a, quote, fresh approach. Ole Miss finished 4th in the SEC in total offense and scoring offense this season, 1st in passing yards, and 12th in rushing defense. After the Egg Bowl loss to Mississippi State, Freeze said the Ole Miss offense had been in decline in the final weeks of the season. Starting QB Chad Kelly, an All-SEC selection, missed the final 3 games with an injury. The move means Freeze now needs 2 coordinators. Defensive coordinator Dave Womack retired after the Egg Bowl, and Ole Miss is still seeking a replacement. As for Farrar, he has been on administrative leave since November 16th. His name has been part of an ongoing NCAA investigation involving former Rebel Laramie Tunsil. And that's it for Newsbreak on this Friday. We do want to remind you to check out the Memo podcast, all things Northeast Mississippi news and entertainment, with myself and W. Derek Russell every Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday. And on Thursday's episode, we had Caleb Bedillion coming on to talk about the latest news with the Tupelo City Council and the state flag. Also, Scott Morris reviewed the movie Incarnate, and Derek updated us on what's in the scenes section and what's going on in the area this weekend. All the stories I talked about today you can find in your Daily Journal and at djournal.com. Follow us on Twitter at djournalnow. Give our Facebook page a like as well. That's it for Newsbreak. I'm Brad Locke. Have a great weekend. We will see you next time.